Hey guys, Dan Pickar here with Eastmans Bow Hunting Journal and Beyond the Grid. Make sure you're watching your Beyond the Grids. We're going to do a bow review today on the Mathews Phase 4, new for 2023. While I have you here, make sure you tap that subscribe button, hit the like button on the video if you like it, and be sure to check back. We do a ton of these reviews throughout the year. So let's jump right into it. We have the Mathews Phase 4. It's new for 2023. This is a platform built off of the V3X of last year, but what you'll see here is this vibration dampening material in between each limb. So there's actually 4 limbs right here, hence the Phase 4, but this is just taking it to the next level as far as dampening that vibration and the noise at the source, and that's at the limb. The limbs are stabilized by the limb pocket, of course, and then these brackets on the back. So there's no movement, there's no funny things going on with having 4 independent pieces. They're not really independent because they're locked together, but this dampening material is definitely, it's soft and squishy, and it stays in place. There's no moving around with that. What is also new this year is more of the bridge lock technology. Bridge lock sight that we saw last year from Mathews. This is the dialed Arxos. I love this sight, matches the bow. But we have the stabilizer this year. And this is pretty cool. I mean, it's one of those luxury item components when it comes to bows and accessories. But you can just tighten this tensioner and you can slide it in. You can make your stabilizer as long as you want. And it's super easy. The first thing I thought when I saw this stabilizer was, oh, that's gonna be awesome when I travel to Hawaii or whatever in a bow case, and my stabilizer is not gonna be floating around in my bow case because you have to take it off to put it into the case. I just loosen it, slide it in, retighten it, and just like that, I don't have a stabilizer that's sticking out too far to actually fit in my bow case. So pretty cool. So the Phase 4 is available in a 29-inch bow and a 33-inch bow. This is a 29-inch bow. I like the shorter bows, just a little more packable. That's what I prefer. 25.5 to 30-inch draw length, 6-inch brace height. So once again, what we've been seeing from Mathews from the last few years, 6-inch brace height on these shorter bows anyway, 29-inch axle to axle. And then of course we have the Integrate Ultra Rest from QAD. I just go with these rests because they fit on these bows. They're built for these bows. They're micro adjustable, full containment, and they're cable driven, which I prefer over a limb driven rest. So that's why I like the Ultra Rest. You have the stay at field system. So you see these 2 little hooks on the cams. They're on both sides, and you have your little orange bow press basically, and it allows you to take your string off or your cables off depending on which end you hook this on. And you can make adjustments or switch out strings or cables in the field. You don't need a bow press for that. So that's kind of just a handy little luxury item to have on a bow. This particular bow is set up at 29-inch draw. Mathews bows have independent mods for each draw length. So if I wanted to change draw lengths, I'd have to take this mod off and then swap it out for a different one. Also, the draw weight is changed by the mod as well, from 60 to 75 pounds. So you have a nice range of weights that you can use as well. I like the 70 pound. I don't feel like that I need to have that extra power of a 75 pound draw to get what I'm looking for. I've been pretty happy with the setup with the 70 pound at 29 inches. What else? The Low Pro quiver. This is the 1-piece they sent me this year. I do like the 2-piece. It's a 6 arrow. This 1-piece is a 5 arrow. But once again, it's very sleek. It's very close to the bow. And with this bridge lock sight, everything's very in line. And so it doesn't have the tendency to tip. So I'm not that guy that throws a kicker off the left side of my bow. I just don't feel like I need it for bow hunting. And these bows they balance and they fall forward on the shot anyway. So they're balanced correctly and they do what I ask of them. So I don't have any complaints about how the bow balances when it's all set up. So pretty sweet. Okay, let's shoot this thing. I have my hunting arrow here that I used last year and I'll use this year as well from Method Archery. It's the ZMR 450 grains. That's kind of the sweet spot for me. I like an arrow 430 to 450, but this is a 450 grain arrow with my vertical pin sight. I have the scope on here with 3 pins on it. So that's another luxury item to have on a vertical pin slider. I prefer that clean aperture. All right, let's test drive this Phase 4 at 29-inch draw, 70 pounds. The draw cycle on these bows is crazy. It's smooth as can be. The back wall, solid as always. I've shot these bows a long time. This bow, man, it shoots the best out of any Mathews bow I've shot. It tunes just as easy out of any Mathews bow I've ever shot. Draw cycle's phenomenal. It's a very, very quiet bow. We're gonna step back into the shade back here where the chronograph will read a little bit better and see what kind of arrow speeds we're gonna get out of this Method Archery ZMR. All right, let's shoot this 450 grain arrow, 29-inch draw, 70 pounds. See what we get. This is my hunting arrow. This is what I prefer, which I think I should be somewhere in the 290s. Yeah, 292. All right, let's shoot one more. 292 is the first. I really don't like much faster than 300 feet per second, 298 with the hunting arrow. I like that nice, you know, in between weight of an arrow that, number one, good penetration, quiets the bow, but I still get the speed that I need with a single pin. There we go. 288. That's just what I'm looking for. If I had a 430 grain arrow, I would be 300 feet per second easy. So if I wanted to lighten up that arrow, I could, but I'm just gonna leave it. The bow is tuned well. I've shot a couple animals with this setup already, so I'm just gonna leave it be. We're gonna shoot a few more arrows. This bow is a pleasure to shoot. So, hey, thanks for watching this bow review. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and check back. We do reviews all the time, especially archery stuff. I love doing these videos, and watch Beyond the Grid. Our recent video is a spring bear hunt. So that's our latest one. Be sure to check it out. Spring bear season's coming up. That's the next thing I'm gonna be hunting. So I'm gonna get some reps in and go eat lunch.